if you get some young kids who are coming in, managed to sneak into the United States with their parents, our Department of Homeland Security personnel going to separate the children from their moms and dads?
Yes, I am considering, in order to deter more movement along this terribly dangerous network, I am considering exactly that. They will be well cared for as we deal with their parents.
General Kelly later claimed he never said that he was considering using family separation as an immigration deterrent. But it looks like the practice is happening anyway. According to a lawsuit just filed by the ACLU, a 39-year-old Congolese woman seeking asylum in the United States was detained by immigration officials, along with her 7-year-old daughter. At first, they were detained together in San Diego, but then, according to the ACLU, for no clear reason, government officials took the child away from her mom and moved her to a facility in Chicago. The two have been separated for 4 months. Joining me now is Lee Gallant, Deputy Director of the ACLU's Immigrants' Rights Project, who's representing the mother identified as Miss L. This is a horrific story, Lee. Yeah. Explain to us what happened to this mom and her daughter.
Yeah, absolutely horrific. And unfortunately, it's not the only situation. It's widespread across the country. So this woman and child came to the U.S. seeking asylum. And importantly, they had an initial asylum screening interview. Passed. The mother passed, which means she has a significant possibility of ultimately attaining asylum.
Okay.
They put them together for 4 days. After 4 days, they brought the child into another room. This is from the mother telling me in anguishing detail. She heard the daughter screaming in the next room, "Please don't take me away from my mommy. Please don't take me away from my..." That's the last time she's seen her daughter. It's been nearly 4 months. She's had approximately 6 phone calls with her daughter in 4 months, not even a video connection. She was not told where her daughter is going, why her daughter is being taken. It was even 4 days before she got to speak to her daughter. This mother, like any mother, is just in gut-wrenching anguish.
Is she being accused of some, abused or some reason why she cannot be with her daughter, or is this literally just punitive to punish her for trying to seek asylum?
Well, interestingly, the government has never said why they're doing it, but they've never asserted that she was abusive or neglectful or in any way an unfit mother.
General Kelly, when he was the head of Homeland Security, said, we just played it on Fox News, that he was willing to use family separation as a deterrent, essentially as a way to stop people from trying to come to the United States from, I guess, countries that Kelly and Trump, et cetera, don't want people from, the Democratic Republic of Congo.
So these families, and particularly children, I mean, there are children 7 years old or even younger, are just pawns now in some kind of crazy public policy experiment. Now the administration seems to be backing off and saying, well, we're still contemplating whether to formalize it as a national policy. What people need to understand is whether or not it's called a quote-unquote policy, it's happening in practice. It is widespread. We're hearing about hundreds of parents and little kids being separated.
And are these parents and kids from specific countries and regions of the world?
They're from all different countries. So this family we're representing now is from the Congo. They're from a variety of countries. Deterring asylum seekers is just wrong and illegal. People have a right to apply for asylum, and you cannot take a mother and child and separate them. The medical community is overwhelmingly denouncing this policy.
Absolutely. The pediatricians have warned against family separation. The American Academy of Pediatrics in March of 2017 issued a finding that federal authorities must exercise caution to ensure that the emotional and physical stress children experience as they seek refuge in the United States is not exacerbated by the additional trauma of being separated from their siblings, parents, or other relatives and caregivers. How long are they keeping these families apart on average?
Months and months. You know, we're trying to get at it. The government is not giving us information, so we're trying to find all the different families, and sometimes the children don't even know where the parents are and vice versa, and the lawyers for the two don't know where each other are. We were lucky to find out where this parent and child were so we could bring this lawsuit, but we will continue to fight this nationwide. This is not the end of what we're going to do.
And it seems extraordinary to me that a government of a country that claims to be a compassionate nation would think that there's any good reason to separate a little child, a 7-year-old, from her mom and held them separately. Are they being held in some sort of incarceration? Is it house arrest? Where are these two?
The mother is in a prison. You know, flat out.
She's in a prison.
Whatever you want to call it, it's a prison, right? It houses immigration detainees and criminal defendants. And the daughter is in a facility. And so the question is not really whether, if the daughter had no parents, whether the facility is adequate.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she is crying for her mother every day. She's a little 7-year-old girl, and the mother, it can't sleep or eat because she's worried about the daughter. There is no legitimate reason for doing this.
And
any reason would be because this administration thinks if the word goes out around the world, you may lose your child, you will risk persecution or death in your own country rather than risk losing your child.
And has the government indicated to you, as the attorneys, that this mother could get her daughter back if she chooses to leave?
They have not said that in a specific case, but that's what we are hearing all around the country. People are being told, oh, you want your kid back? Just give up and leave.
Unconscionable, disgusting, and shameful. These are the only words I can use to describe this. Legal Learn, thank you very much for shedding light on this. Will
Thank you for having
keep us updated on the case?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. In just a half an hour, the ACLU is launching a campaign in D.C. to demand that Trump take action to protect young immigrants. Check out peoplepower.org/dreamaction for more information. We'll put that on our social media as well so that you can pick that up. More AM Joy after the break.